Hi there, this is Ira Weinstein with Recon Research, and I am very excited today. We've got a fascinating partnership to talk about and two industry heavyweights to take us through it. So I've got Nick Milani here, the Executive Director of Commercial Product Marketing at Crestron. Nick, great to see you.
Good to see you as well, Ira.
And I've got Simon Dudley here, the Head of Analyst Relations at Logitech. Simon, always a pleasure, my friend.
And you, Ira. Good to see you.
Perfect. So today we're going to talk about a new Meet in the Market partnership. Love the terminology between Crestron, anchor player in AV, and Logitech, video everywhere. So let's go through this. First, Nick, let's start here. Obviously, partnerships like this come about to address a specific customer challenge or problem. What exactly do you think we're fulfilling here for your customers with this partnership?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's actually really simple. We're providing choice. And ultimately, as we think about the proliferation of UC across the workplace and all the different spaces, form factors, and needs, choice is critically important. But we also need a single management platform, and we need to make sure that's in a controlled environment. And I think that's what this partnership really brings.
Love it. And especially in as we get to more and more rooms, people have very different expectations and needs. So more options, better. I love it. Now, Simon, coming over to you for the Logitech side of the story. What exactly does Logitech gain from this partnership? I mean, you guys are, right or wrong, you guys are already out there. You're into a huge number of rooms. Does this partnership bring you reach to new customers or maybe a different part of the market? What are we getting out of it?
A lot of different things. I mean, firstly, right, 40% or just over now of all meeting rooms globally are equipped with Logitech video solutions. So to put Crestron into the mix is even better, right? Because Crestron is a huge player. They work at the very high end. They got some incredibly good solutions. To put Logitech solutions in that to allow clients to go from their very largest, most sophisticated rooms all the way through the organization, incredibly powerful. As Nick's already suggested, it gives people more choices, and that's what this is all about.
Interesting. So from your perspective, and by the way, I agree with it, this sort of gets you into the more integrated spaces, the larger spaces, the spaces where Crestron and its channel network really bring a lot of their power to the table versus some of the drop it on the table smaller rooms. I love that concept. It's an expansion. Now, Nick, let's get specific. The partnership here brings Crestron, it gives Crestron customers and Crestron channel partners access to new bundles, including Logitech products. Now, what bundles will we see hit the street through this partnership?
Yeah, so this is as we keep using that word, meet in the market, which means that these bundles will be available through our respective dealers, through distribution, and they really focus on 5 areas. Now, the first 3 are UC specific for small, medium, and large rooms. We're addressing Meetup, Rally, Rally Plus, all paired with the C-Series kit from Crestron, which provides access to that XIO cloud, HDMI ingest, world-class touchscreen, as well as access to smart room functions. So when we pair those 3 systems together, we really have a nice way to canvas a workplace. In addition to those 3 UC experiences, we're also offering XIO Cloud Management, that single piece of glass for an organization to manage all their devices, as well as room scheduling, which we know is critically important to help employees find the spaces where they want to communicate.
Got it. So if I can sort of summarize that, we've got a small room bundle, a medium room bundle, a large room bundle, all wrapped in a monitoring management and scheduling wrapper, if you will, that sort of enterprises it. I love that.
Exactly.
Now, so Simon, going back to you, and Nick opened the door here talking about monitoring and management. I know you guys have been focusing heavily and investing into your management platform, Sync, for quite a while. But if I understand correctly, a part of this partnership is actually a data handoff from Logitech Sync up to Crestron XIO. So what benefit does that data connection bring between your two partners?
Sure. Well, very briefly, a little bit about Sync first. Sync is the management application that Logitech has had now for about a year. We've been developing it. It is growing at incredible rates. Lots of people are using it, and it's free. Now, you can use Sync to manage the Logitech USB video devices on your network and attached to your PCs. The lovely thing is it has some wonderful APIs, and those APIs allow us to take data from our Sync application and pour it directly into XIO. And that's incredibly powerful because, as Nick's already suggested, it gives the client a single pane of glass. They can look at their environment. They can see all their Crestron devices, but they can also see if their Logitech devices are ready to go, if there's any problems with them. They can do software updates. Some of the things we're announcing at ISE will also include things like really interesting room analytics, and all of that will be poured into XIO. So a client will get a single experience, even though there will be a part of it that will be a Logitech solution and part of it that will be a Crestron one. We think it's going to be very powerful for those clients who need that power.
And if I look at it from the Crestron or the XIO side, more data, more insight gives more powerful analytics. So I think it's a win-win for everybody. Now, Nick, coming back to you for a second, I understand that this partnership will usher in some new product bundles and options, but what happens to the existing Crestron Flex products, like the video bar we have here that we use and we like? I mean, will those products still be available? Will you still be innovating there? What's going?
Absolutely. So nothing's changing on our product line front. We're going to continue to offer our B series smart sound bars, our M series tabletop conferencing, which is a wildly successful form factor because most people talk to the middle of a table in a big room, as well as our full integration kits for our AV integrators and our line of phones. So all of that will continue to expand. This is just, again, about offering more choice to customers and kind of easing their fears that they don't have to think of us as competitors anymore. They can simply say, take best of breed technology where it makes sense and have it all under that single umbrella.
Love it. So we are expanding the options, not removing existing options.
Exactly.
Like that a lot. Now, it's funny, you talk about competitors, and let me put this last question over to Simon. Now, to be clear, I like this partnership. I think it makes a lot of sense for the customers and for each of your companies, but it occurs to me there's also some potential for Logitech and Crestron to compete head-to-head in the field. For example, some customers might prefer the Logitech Tap controller. Others might prefer the Crestron Flex controller. So how will Logitech and Crestron handle those kind of situations in the field where we're partners here, but we're competitors sometimes in the field?
Well, firstly, I don't think we would be the first two companies in the IT industry to be both competitors and partners. I personally think this is going to be 99% partners and maybe 1% competition. The reality is that the kind of folks who want to buy a high-end Crestron solution know they want to buy that. Making it easy to integrate Logitech solutions into that is the goal. Are we ever honestly going to compete of a Logitech Tap versus a Crestron solution? I very much doubt it. And in the extreme corner cases where that does happen, I think we could handle it. But honestly, I don't really think it's an issue. Ultimately, what it is about choices for clients. They can pick what they want to use. And, if we were to sum this whole thing up in one word, it would be more choice.
Fair enough. Nick, any final comments on that and specifically on the competitive, let's say, possibility?
Yeah, I to the point, I think customers already are going to make choices and they have to make tough trade-offs. We're actually reducing that friction. And that's the key, is when we focus on the customer, then good things come for all. And that's critically important.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, this has been great. I want to thank Nick for taking the time. I want to thank Simon for your time, and congratulations on this partnership. As I said, not only do I like the concept of it, I like the attitude of it, and I think it helps customers in the end. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.